If you aren't involved in social media, you want to be here for the next 45 minutes or so, okay? We're going to teach you some really good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and just start. My name is Jody Green. I'm at the front of the room at the second booth inside the door. I'm with a company called WowWe. I'm here today with my business partner and mentor, Lynn Carrillo. She'll be coming up after I finish my little speech here. And she's going to take over and teach you guys some really good stuff. WowWe is an amazing product that's going to change your business in a very short period of time. How many of you, by a yes, are using social media right now?
Yes!
Awesome. How many of you are on Facebook?
Yes!
You heard of it? You're not on there? We'll be talking. How many of you are on Twitter? Heard of it? I think we got one over here we need to help. He's going to help me and then we're going to help him because I'm in this.
Oh, I know you.
How many of you are on Foursquare?
Oh.
Ooh, we touched on one somebody doesn't know about. How many are in LinkedIn? Ooh, that's another really big one you've got to be in. That is a business-to-business social media platform. It is crucial for growing your network. And it is meant for business. Okay? How many of you know what Hootsuite is? Hootsuite. Nobody. One. Nobody? TweetDeck. Wow, we got some help to give. So we need to connect. These two things I just mentioned, TweetDeck, Hootsuite, these are what you call a social media dashboard. So instead of going in, how many of you feel like the social media work you're doing right now is a part-time or a full-time job in itself? One guy. So you guys aren't plugged in on the internet, are you? No? I want to have an appointment with every person in this room because we're going to help you and it's not going to cost you anything. It's very inexpensive for a paid package, but we have a free system we're going to set you up with. And it's amazing. It's new technology nobody else has. Okay? I'm just starting in the company, so I'm learning. I've taken off with this. I'm networking with some really big groups, and I'm excited to be here. Lynn is the lady I've learned from for the last 7 months, and she's taught me so much in such a short period of time that I don't have to have a day job anymore, guys. I'm working from home. I'm a single mom with 2 teenage children, and I don't have to be a paralegal anymore. This is legit and it's real and it can triple your exposure in a very, very short period of time. So on that note, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to let the lady come up and give you some really good info, okay? Lynn Carrillo from Yorba Linda, California.
Okay, I want to make sure that everybody in the back of the room can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Excellent, excellent. All right, how about on this side of the VIP memberships back there? Can you guys hear me? All right, good deal. All right, the reason why I'm asking this is because really, everybody that's on the outside skirts here, you're the ones that I'm actually going to be talking to. When she was asking you the questions of Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and how many of you are just like tuned out and started getting a little woozy? Social media does not have to be complicated. And really what it is it's a way for you to generate your own leads. How many of you buy leads? Good, because it's a waste of money.
Absolutely.
Okay? Buying leads is an absolute waste of money. Facebook alone should be its own country. There's over 500 million users. And all you need to do is just learn a couple of techniques. This is what we're going to go through today. But we're going to learn a couple of techniques that are going to streamline everything. And it's also going to allow you to reduce your time online. Yeah?
Woo!
Okay? And if you're online, if you're not online, then you need to get that. Because one of the things you got to understand is the internet itself right now is 1 billion users, and it's going to triple in just the next couple of years. So you're going to have 3 billion users searching for what you have. And if you're not positioning yourself correctly, your competition is going to take over. So are you interested in what I have to say?
Woo!
2 people. All right, I'm going back to California. Just to kind of give you a little background as to who I am. Again, my name is Lynn Carrillo, and I am from Yorba Linda, California. I came up here because I absolutely love Vegas. But what I wanted to be able to do for you is show you what I went through in 2008. And what it was marketing the way we used to do does not work anymore. So if you're blasting out emails, if you are networking, you have to network with a purpose. And we're going to show you how to do that right now, okay? And so in 2008, what happened was the crash hit, and everything that we were doing wasn't working anymore. So we started shuffling. And all of a sudden we heard about this MySpace. And then we heard that everybody was jumping on Facebook. So of course I had to figure out what the heck Facebook is. And that took up a lot of time just because Bejeweled is my new favorite thing. But what we're looking at is there's actually a method to when you're talking to somebody. When you walk up into a networking event, or when you're on the streets, or when you're at the bank, and you actually have somebody who's interested in your product, there's a way for you to connect with them on a social level. We used to do business back in the 60s, 70s, early 80s, where you would go out on the golf course, or you'd go to luncheons, or you'd do something like that, and then when the computer came online, we all jumped behind the computer. And we lost touch.
Yeah.
Well, the economy is forcing us to get back connected again. The nice part is with being online is you can have both. You can have that face-to-face that we used to have along with the computer ease so that you're still reducing your travel time. Okay? Now, the other thing that you want to be able to do too is I'm going to start talking to you about what each one of these things are and why you would use them. Facebook in itself is strictly a social platform. It's a big, huge part. It's a great way for you to have a conversation. So if I met you at an event, I'm going to ask you, do you have a Facebook account? And if you do, afterwards I'm just going to go connect with you on Facebook. Because now I get to know who you are. It's in a casual setting. But what I'm also going to introduce you, who has fan pages? Okay, if you have a fan page, what you're looking for is you're looking to funnel those people that you talk to into your fan page. Okay, this is your funnel system, and it's starting right like that, just very simple. If you don't know how to do a fan page, you need to get with Jody afterwards to show you how to set one up. But the fan pages themselves are like your own little mini web page. But what it does is it allows you to spider out into all these different areas that are online. Now, when you're using Twitter, Twitter is strictly for quick blogs. It's for people who want quick information. The connection is not as easy, but what happens is again, Google, Yahoo, all these search engines, every time you're using these different platforms, it's their little arms that are going out, and they're grabbing your information, and they're going to bring it back into you. So if you have coffee, okay, it would be, you would start posting your stuff. Oregano, your name, coffee, lattes, healthy, so on and so forth. Okay? And what happens is when I start doing healthy coffee in Las Vegas, you're the first person that comes up. But it's coming off of all your little feeds that you're putting out there on all these different social sites. So what you want to do is you want to understand what to do on each social site. All right? Because every single one of them has a purpose. So all you're going to do is you're going to meet somebody, you're going to figure out which one they use the best, so because the one they use more is obviously the one you want to connect with. And you're going to have these things feed itself all at the same time. Okay? Now, you want to become, if you are not already, an absolute pro in your industry. You want to be the person that they go to. Because if you're not, Your competition's going to beat you out. And there isn't an industry out there that doesn't have too much competition.
Right.
All right? So now, the next thing that you're looking at is LinkedIn. If you do not have LinkedIn, and that's LinkedIn. A little small. LINKEDIN. I'm a prodigy of California school system, so I can't spell. .com. But what happens with that is this allows you another way to network. This is your business to business. This is for people that are looking for jobs. They're going to go here. And when I'm talking about business to business, what I'm going to look for is, let's say I am looking for a printer in my area. I'm going to jump on LinkedIn first, and I'm going to communicate with that person there first. This is where, and LinkedIn is actually going to surpass Twitter very, very quickly because businesses are getting in there. You're going to find CEOs. So all of these people are going to be in that one spot. So when you're branding yourself, make sure that you're branding yourself either as a business to customer or business to business. Because that'll also help you figure out which social media platform to focus on.
Right.
Okay? If you are a business to customer, Facebook all day long. If you are a business to business, LinkedIn is where you're going to send most of your focus. So far, so good. Have I lost everybody?
Nope.
I
We're
hear
here.
one no in this background. No. I know this has been kind of a rough day. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you, if you had a message that you were going to put out, and you needed to show your, let's back this up a little bit. When it comes to putting a feed out, a feed is your little post that you're putting out there. What I need you to understand is it's like going down the, what's our freeway here, 15?
The I-15.
Okay, the I-15. You're going down the I-15 at 100 miles an hour. And each one of your posts is the offering. I know it's not possible to do that. I know.
And the ambulance
I
is.
But each one of those off-ramps that you have is one of your feeds. Well, if you're going down at 100 miles an hour, are you going to see it?
Zip. No.
You're not going to see it. So you have to constantly be posting all the time. Because then that way, every time they come up on it, they're going to see it. That is a full-time job. And big companies pay big money for people to do this. You do not have that. You're an entrepreneur. You're a small business. You need its own little help. So that's where, when Jody asked you if you knew what Hootsuite was or TweetDeck, this is the system you want to use. And the reason why is because it allows you the time management.
Yes.
Okay? You get to schedule. What I do every morning is I go through, and I have become kind of that plethora of information. And a lot of it is total nonsense, but it works for me and it makes me happy, so off I go. But what I do is I set up certain things out. I'm business development. I'm here to get your business noticed, so I want you to make sure that you know everything from every level. From networking to building up an event to being able to have your tables here, all this kind of stuff. And be able to do business online. So each little news clip that I find, little tidbits of information, every morning, they're coming in constantly into my email box. I take those links into Hootsuite. I figure out who I want to target. Do I want to target customers? Do I want it to be posted like a blog? Or do I want to go to a business with this? And I allow Hootsuite to do the work for me. So in the morning,